What's up, everybody? I am live. It's 12 o'clock. I'm excited. I do have a guest today, y'all, and my guest is coming in just a little bit. Matter of fact, I want to get in just so y'all can see who she is, but I'm gonna drop her back down so I can get my word out, y'all. Today we have who I would call basically the boss. We call her the boss of the All Girls Matter conference. I think we did so well at discussing our one program, which was Gold Girls. And I said, you know what would be perfect to back this up is talking about the All Girls Matter conference. So Kalia, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Are you good? Okay, so we hear you. We hear the sound. Yes. So do me a favor. Let's do Instagram. Let's see if we could make sure we do Instagram as well. I'm gonna go live on that. Facebook, I'm just telling y'all right now, when y'all come in, please share it. Please share it. Please share it. So Khalil, we're gonna get back to you in a second. Let's do our sound check on Instagram. But for those that are on, I want to see some comments to say that y'all on with me and saying hello to me, and that we are getting out a couple things today. And so I want to make sure that y'all are here. So as soon as you get it, you got to say hello. You got to say what's up. You got to say what's good. You got to say hey. You got to say what's up, Coach T. Or you can say hey, Sister T. You can say all of that. All of that is all good. I'm excited for today, just to get out a couple more things that we've done. If you are watching on Instagram, well, you know what? Let me do this. Let me push Facebook and let me make sure Facebook is sharing this and that I'm sharing this Facebook, so that way. There we go. Let's edit that privacy and open it to the public so everybody can share. Y'all on? Y'all getting in? Okay, I see three. I see y'all coming. Come on. Y'all ain't got in to say hello to me on I'm still waiting for some of y'all to say hello. That's what it is. Because I don't see nobody say hello. As soon as y'all say hello, I see y'all coming in and out, but y'all got to speak to me. I'm unstoppable, y'all. He won't let me fall. The song is He Won't Let Me Fall. I am unstoppable. Hey friend, oh my gosh, now I'm able to go on because somebody said hello. Hey friend, thanks for coming on. I am so excited. I'm excited because today I'm going to take you to this really quick. Hopefully, I can encourage you really quick before I talk about the program of All Girls Matter. Hopefully, I can do this, and I'll use my backup of Matthew 10, 32. Matthew 10 and 32. If you are at any point to look this one up, it is definitely one that I would say is a memory type of scripture, right? I'll do the KJV version of it and I'll read it how I do see it. Whoever acknowledged me before men, I will also acknowledge him before my Father in heaven. For everyone who confessed me before men, I will also confess him before my Father who is in heaven. I am so excited this morning to know that Jesus came to earth as God in the flesh, and God had tried to save us from all of our sins. He sent us his prophet, but people refused to listen. So finally, he sent his son to save us so we will have eternal life in heaven. Oh, what a savior he is. God, how good of you to love us so much that you sent us a Savior. Just Jesus is dependent on us, y'all. He's dependent on us for those that are finding themselves in a space where they are wanting something and drawing and wanting to draw closer to God. Guess what? We can do it. We can do it just by speaking his word more, by talking to more people about who he is. This is how we draw closer to him. If you know Jesus Christ and have responded to his invitation to receive him as Savior, then Jesus remains forever your advocate. Do you hear that? He remains my advocate. I know with America's Big Sister Foundation, I'm an advocate, right? I'm an advocate for girls all over. I know I'm an advocate for girls that is a part of my program. I know I'm an advocate to certain girls that have find themselves without their mom. I know that I'm an advocate. And an advocate don't stop. An advocate keep going. An advocate make sure you know who they are. That is what I do today by getting on these lives, is advocating for them. And so this is what we do. We advocate for these girls. And so just to know that today, that I have an advocate in the Lord. I have an advocate in God. I'm telling you, God is advocating on my behalf. And because I know that today, I can stand stronger, I can stand bolder, I can stand with everything and all the power behind me, knowing that I have an advocate. I'm an advocate to these girls. And I'm telling you, when I'm an advocate, listen, you may be an advocate to someone. Who are you an advocate to? Who are you advocating on their behalf? I remember even having a conversation, and here's my conversation is, guess what? Some of us are not advocating enough. We're not advocating enough for our own children. We're not advocating enough for our own beliefs. We're not advocating enough for the things that we desire and that we know that is right. I am advocating for some girls, and I'm excited today. But I'm even more excited for those that are listening, that is watching. I want to encourage you. I want you to know that if you ever have said that the Lord is your God and that you accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and your Savior, understand that he's advocating on your behalf. And so right when you think that no one is speaking up for you, someone is speaking up for you. When I gave you Matthew and 10, you know who's speaking up for you? I'm telling you, the Son is speaking up for you so the Father can welcome you. Listen, someone is advocating on your behalf. I need us to be and clearly know that. So we're not alone. So we're not walking on earth by ourselves. And guess what? There is an advocate. Anytime you've accepted him, it don't matter. Good afternoon, y'all. Thanks for coming on in. Union Queen joined on Instagram. Ebony just joined. Nina, thank you so much for putting that scripture in. I'm excited this morning. I'm excited this afternoon. Here I go again, because I understand that I have an advocate that's advocating on my behalf. So right when I think that I'm out here and I'm losing, I ain't never losing. I ain't never losing. I gotta just be patient and wait, because the wind gonna come. Because someone is advocating on my behalf. The wind gonna come. It's just a matter of time that the wind is gonna come. And so I am so excited today. I'm excited because advocating, period, because that's the word I pulled out, is not an easy task. Advocating is not simple. Advocating means you are on it, you are on it, you are on it. And so today, my guest that is coming on is on it. She stayed on it. We have not been able to do what we do and get in these cities by ourselves, right? We have not. I'm glad you're getting it, babe. I'm glad you're getting it. You ain't it's someone advocating it. And because of her being an advocate to this All Girls Matter conference. Listen, this All Girls Matter conference that we have done has absolutely been one that I've been blessed to do. It's one of my first babies, right? I've been blessed to do it. But I'm telling you, when God said this year we had to go outside of the one conference and go to more cities, I was blown away. I was like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. And so I remember being before God, and God gave me one young lady out of the 50 women that has volunteered for their mentorship prior. I remember this one young lady that was just faithful. God is calling up his faithful people. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I'm telling you, God is calling his faithful people, and he's putting his faithful people in positions. And I'm telling you, the positions that he's putting you in, you ain't never ever, you ain't even went to school for it. He's promoting his faithful people. It is a promotion coming your way. I don't know who it is, but promotion is coming your way because of your faithfulness. Now, again, this America's Big Sister thing is not the same return as God going to give you return for. But I will say this. I understood that her faithfulness to being on the calls, for being available, is the reason why God gave me her name, and it came in my spirit. Now I don't know, and I didn't know her. I didn't know her background to that degree. I just know she was faithful on our calls, on our mission while we was during COVID, and now that we was coming out of COVID, I put the ask in. So without further ado, we're gonna bring in Kalia McKinley, and then the noise is going, woo! What's up, love? Listen, I'm so excited for this. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Now let's see if we can get you to use your phone. If we can get you to use your phone and see if we can say hello to our see if you can request inside of this Instagram that I got going. That's Tragilway Instagram. Once you request it, I could then press it, right? What's up? I see TC. What's up, TC? Thank you for getting on. Oh, wait. It's so, Kalia, if you're on your phone, then you can't do both. You only, okay.
Yeah.
If you're on your phone, you can't do both.
Okay.
You on your phone? Okay, awesome. All right. So for those Instagram that's watching, we're going to hear her voice. At the same time, y'all gonna see my facial expressions because most likely I'm gonna be doing this. Yes. But listen, Kalia, I had to have you on right behind Ebony because these are the two program. And of course, in the space that most of us work in from a philanthropy standpoint, you'll be considered a program director, right? We didn't have the program director funds, okay? And so program director, a program director is the lead of the programs, right? And so from a program director standpoint, of course, you guys are my assistant in these spaces, but you literally held the space of a program director. And I'm telling you, we're going to talk about why did you give back your time, because you gave back your time before this even came about. So tell everybody, how do we meet, or when did we meet?
So we met in 2021. Yes. I signed up to be a mentor for the Kansas City area. After being on a couple calls, I was asked to be a Kansas City ambassador, so like helping with the program side of things. Because a lot of the young ladies love Miss Ebony so much, they didn't want a new mentor. So we wanted to find a space where I could actually help and still be a part of the organization, but just not in the mentor space. So I became the program ambassador for Kansas City.
Yes.
And I found the organization online. And I was originally in Houston, and I was like, oh, it's Houston based, but it's in Kansas City. So I felt like it was an organization that I could really pour into based on the fact that, you know, I have Houston roots as well as Kansas City.
So this was you basically coming in and you filled out the form for volunteer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so that first year you were on those calls. Once we found our space where we were saying, okay, we wasn't ready that year to actually host these the conferences. And then, you know, so the ambassador space was basically us trying to figure out other ways, like more. So I think that year you guys end up being more of a group that just kind of advised, jumped in when we needed you guys to jump in. If that means, dropping off something to some girls or picking up someone or something like that, you guys just kind of did that. So you guys really, was just here, touching and go. And so because the touch and go moments that we had in 2021, 2022, I call and I say, hey, could you help us with this conference? Do you have any idea, or does it even compare from year to year, your, what do I use? Your time that was needed?
No, 2021 was very mild.
Yeah.
And then 2022 became very fast paced for me. But I
Yeah.
mean, it was something that I had never done, and I love a good challenge. So I said, okay, sure. I wasn't exactly everything that it entailed, but I said,
Yeah.
okay, sure, I'll do it. And then
What's
I got into it.
Listen, y'all? She got into it. Trayvon, how you doing? Sup, Trigil? What's up, Trayvon? 003. I'm excited because, for those that's just getting on, I got Kalia on. Kalia has been the young lady that's been over these tours that we toured, and we went to Miami, Florida. If you were at the conference in Miami, Florida, say hello from Miami, Florida. If you were at the conference in Houston, say hello from Houston. If you was at the conference in Chicago, say hello from Chicago. If you was at the conference in Kansas City, say hello from Kansas City. I need y'all to say hello, 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 because guess what? Every one of these conference was amazing. I want you to tap in. If you've been to any of the cities that I'm talking about, say, yo, Chicago was amazing. I want you to say Houston was amazing. I want you to say Kansas City was amazing. I want you to talk about how amazing it was, because I need to make sure that we give Kalia her flowers while she is on this phone, because at the end of the day, I can say that it wasn't no easy task. So if you give us a little time, we got a few minutes, let's break down some of these cities, because you said yes, you didn't know, you had never been experienced in this. You've done events before, but not to the capacity where we're now dealing with, cities and basically raising up people from all over to be a part of it. And I mean, okay, let's start with this. Let's start with this. Each city had like a seven list, like seven, like I always say, okay, here's the seven things that we had to do and
Hmm.
be clear about in each city. I don't even know if it was seven, but we had to always do a couple things. We had to always make sure it was a venue, right?
Correct. Hmm.
So we always had to find us a sponsored person. Number two, we also had to make sure that we always had food, right? I remember food. So I'm gonna miss some stuff. So each city, we always had to do food. Each city had a different time zone. So the only city that we had to do breakfast and lunch was Chicago, because we had them top of the morning to the end of night, right? But we always made sure that there were something for them to eat in the mornings. Khalid, could you talk on that just a little bit?
About the food or the whole
In the
thing?
mornings, remember I said in the morning we always had to have them something to eat.
Yes. So we had to have them something to eat for the little Tregales of the world is her favorite terminology. Uh, but it made sense. So making sure that we had something for them to eat, to snack on, lunch, of course. Um, after sitting for so long, young ladies get hungry, antsy. So with some food in front of them, it has them sit still just a little while longer.
Yeah,
But just making sure that we had sponsorships for the food.
yeah,
So like for some of the places, we had the university sponsor or cater the food.
yeah.
We also had Panda Express at one event.
Woo woo.
Um, we had Pizza Hut that donated some pizzas and gave us discounts on that.
Yeah,
We had some other local sponsors who chipped in to buy some of the snacks and the fruits and the breakfast for like the green room or even for the young ladies. So a lot went into getting those sponsorships as well and getting
yeah.
them getting the food to the location and things like that. So it was a lot of hands on deck when it came to
Yeah,
getting the food.
that was so crazy. And so we did that. We always had vendors. Did these vendors pay anything to the organization?
No, ma'am, they did not pay anything to the organization, but they were in there. They was in the house,
They
and the
was
young ladies loved them.
so you had to work on that, you had to work on that, you had to work on vendors, you had to work on the kids, right? Each city we went in, it was either 200 or more, right? That was the always the set goal.
Right.
So you had to work on the kids, you had to work on decorations, right? So every place we went in wanted to make sure it was beautiful. We partnered with Girls Who Brunch, who had a vision of how the beauty is supposed to look. So we had to make sure that was always on point. You had to work on that. Number 5, number 6. I don't think what else. You had to work on signage. So every
Volunteers.
volunteers. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right. So we thinking of all these areas that you had to just kind of do a checklist on in each one of the cities. And each one of the cities, you had to also give the volunteers direction. You had to give everybody all these orders. You were the boss in each city. Tell us, okay, Miami, for the Miami people, we went there. What was the school we were at? I can't remember.
Slam Miami Charter School.
And we were there. Shout out to Kadamas,
Mhm.
my little brother who worked there at Slam, who felt this was a great opportunity to partner. I always look at this as partnership, right? I always say there got to be something where you got some elbow grease in it as well. If you want me to come to your city, if you want us to show up, you got it just as well. So he put his elbow grease in. He got on our weekly calls, right? We did weekly calls every week.
Yes, ma'am. Up until the week of the event.
And yes. And so Miami, what could some of the things you want to just bring out on the Miami one? Which ones that what really kind of stood out for you in that city?
Well, with it being the first one, the location of the school was centrally located. Seeing that many young ladies in the building all at one time on a Saturday
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get young ladies up on a Saturday morning, or anybody up for that matter on a Saturday. But the organizations actually bringing the young ladies out, or the parents. But the thing that stood out to me the most was like just the for us not really hosting anything ever before in Miami, the outpour of support from the vendors, the workshop presenters, and panelists that came out. We had to have 2 separate panels because we had so many women that were
Yeah.
excited about the opportunity to speak to the young ladies in the Miami area. So
That was
we
so
had I think we had like 16. And that
16.
was,
Yes.
yeah,
And they said, yes, I want to pour, I want to speak, I want to share, I want to share this in this safe space. Yes, that was super dope. What else we thought? I personally, I
um,
was saying,
mhm,
I personally thought it was good because this city also had diversity, right? And so we had a diverse group of people in the room. We had a diverse group of panelists as well. I enjoyed the diversity. There was one of the topics that was taught there, which was suicide. I understand that that was a tough conversation, and I wasn't sure how it was going to be presented. But I can tell you, the young lady Heather, shout out to Heather, who found a fun way to present it. She brought fun boxes. She gave everybody the boxes. She created this conversation so much to where after every meeting we'll have the kids to get up and discuss like what you learned. Yo, and it was all about who was that had the class. I'm telling you, them babies came from nowhere. Woo, just being able to talk about statistics, all that good stuff. So I enjoyed her. Bullets for Life, I can tell you, I think most of the kids enjoyed her a lot because she opened up opportunity for them to make bracelets
right.
by using the bullets. And so her conversation was around, young people losing their lives on the streets from gun violence. So it was amazing that, to have her here as a vendor. But I'm telling you, they was over there making them bracelets and doing all that fun stuff. But we had we had some good volunteers that came out as well, right? We told them what day it was. They showed up, which was really, really good. So I
Right.
enjoyed Miami. Somebody said when we come back to Miami, that dog may not hunt again. I don't know about that. It was good. It was a great time, but it was a lot of work. Miami was a lot of work, right? And I think to your point, it was our first time there, really hosting something. And but I'm from, I think the city was very familiar with this type of event, all because you have organizations like Honey Shine, which is Tracy Morning. Tracy Morning was in the building. We had the firefighters in the building. Well, it was so many amazing people in the building that day, right? It was
Right.
a great day. I can say that. And we went in April, right? So we went in a great
Yeah.
time. It was a great time. It was great weather. Everybody just had a good time. Anything for anybody that wanted to tap in, Laterica, anything that you need. Laterica is on. Thank you. Shout out to Laterica for being over our green room food. So for her, I think she had to do a little grocery shopping or something. I mean, listen, it's all hands on deck, baby. When we talk about an event, all hands on deck. So it was your first time. Miami was your first time, Kalia. Um, what did you think walking away from
Oh, I was glad it was over. No, no. I learned that once you put your mind to something and you reach out and put the ask out, that it's not as hard as it might seem, and that people are really supportive of certain causes, especially in their area. So, it doesn't hurt to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to step outside the norm and do something different. So, and then
Kalia?
I learned a lot for the next one.
Yes, ready for Chi-Town. We stayed on Miami a little bit longer than I thought. So we was ready for our next city we stopped was Chi-Town. And the crazy part was when we stopped in Chicago, God bless you, Josh. When we stopped in Miami, our next stop wasn't for a couple months. But what we understood was it was going to be back to back to back, right? So we did we did August, September, October, back to
Mhm.
back to back. We did Chicago. We jumped out of Chicago in August, went straight to Houston in September, went straight to Kansas City in October. So here we got in our minds that we were going to do one each quarter. But again, it ended up being all the way different and found ourselves in this fast pace. I'm telling you, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't talked to Kalia since the last event because it's just no, it's just like I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. But it was fast paced from this point on. So we got Chicago. And here's the reality about these conferences. Nobody paid to be a part of the conference. Not a kid, not one child paid because we have supporters like you guys that says, yes, I'll give to America's Big Sister Foundation and the endeavors that happens in Chicago and Miami and KC. And I didn't do fundraisers in any of the cities. Matter of fact, this year alone, I have not done and sat down and did any major fundraisers. It was kind of do a popcorn sale in the middle of the year. But we asked some of our old sponsors to come back and sponsor some of it. And that's how we got through the years, which is why we're trying to end strong. So if you're getting on, I need you to donate. I don't need you to just come in and say, oh, Treville cute, she cute, her jacket cute. Yeah, her jacket cute, her t-shirt cute. Days I am playing hustle, other days I am Cardi B. Listen, you don't know what you're gonna get. I'm sorry. So, so at the end of the day, for you guys as listening, I'm gonna tell you guys how to give. Of course, I definitely got to say yes on that y'all give to the organization so we can end strong. Here we go, Chicago, real quick. What was something that stood out in Chicago for you?
The number grew,
Yes.
and a lot of that is because that's where your base is, and so like seeing over 300 plus young ladies in the room, and then of course I had no idea what the shy is. Okay, you can shoot me later or whatever, but having the young people from the shy come in and the young ladies like freaking out over uh, these actors and things like that. I was like, well, what is it? So of
Yeah.
course I went home and binge watched it. Of course, so now I know who everybody is. I'm all caught up. Uh,
Now you know where
but
the beef was at. Now you know why they was
right,
all the girls
right,
a certain way. Like what?
right. And so just seeing kind of the same thing that we saw in Miami, the outpour of volunteers, the support, the type of entertainment we were able to get, the partnership with Governor State University, how they chipped in, made sure we had everything that we needed. They had a young lady there. I can't remember her name to save my life, but she was there from start to finish, whether it was Friday night into Saturday, no, Thursday night into Friday, and she was there all day and just really helped us out, make sure technology was working. So I feel like Chicago was really, really good,
That
and we
Governor
had a really good partnership with Governor State.
Yeah, that partnership with Governor State was pretty amazing, guys. I've done it the last few years at different colleges. I did at Robert Morris originally. I went to UIC. When I tell you Governor State pulled out the red carpet for us in Chicago, it was awesome. It was so awesome. Shout out to Carolyn Palmer who gave us the connection for that, and Talitha who kept those conversations going. When it came to that relationship, I mean, it was amazing. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna top this next year. But if there was one thing that you say, I could say I felt a little disappointed in was that we set this up for over 400. And it was just really tough getting the girls. I said that across the board in each city was that I'm giving away things for free. And the toughest part was getting the girls in the building. These organizations that I call contact them. That's how I normally get these girls. I'll call organizations. Hey, I want to allot you a few scholarships for that day. I want your kids to come for free. I want you to come for free with your girls, with your organizations, with your churches, right? With churches too. Like if you had a group that you can bring, I want to make sure you made it there. And it was just like pulling teeth. In Chicago, you ended up at a open house at a school so you can get girls.
Yes, we went to. I don't remember what is the. I
It's,
don't remember the name of the
it's
school, but
IIT. I mean,
oh yeah, yep.
that's the dedication that went into it. That the day, like, hey, we need. I mean, day of, like, you're walking up to parents and they open house saying we have this event. That
Yeah,
is,
it was the day before.
yeah,
We were at the school getting
yeah.
more young ladies to attend. Yes.
Listen, that's dedication. That's saying, hey, we got something that we think that's life changing for your child, and unfortunately, we can't go in their bedrooms and wake them up, but you can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can bring them. Oh my God. And so we got so much great support. Again, we're going to always give honor due with Girls Who Brunch, who came in each city and partnered with us to make sure that, she kept the room going. Shout out Nicola, who know how to move these rooms and keep these rooms moving with the interviews and all of that good stuff. Hey, I'm always telling her, Nicola, no, you get the mic, ma'am. You get the mic. This is what you do. In the past, I will always get like people that is a part of like radios and stuff like that and bring in some of that talent. But she killed the game each city that we went into, just keeping the flow, keeping the next city we had was Houston. Houston, Texas. So Houston was where were we in Houston? Y'all got the first notice. Houston.
We were.
Houston, we was on it. Hey, we had Nina and Christina. Listen, the Daily Energy. Oh, good. Watching from Saint. She's at Sandals and Ocho. Oh my God. Those my people in Jamaica. You in Jamaica. Tell my people in Jamaica, hello, mom. I missed them. And so now we have Houston. Houston, anything you can remember you want to bring out on Houston?
Listen, we was in the dead end, is what they call it.
Dead end. That's all you got to say. Don't say nothing else about Houston. We was in the dead end. I tell people, we go to the city, and when you get to a place where this is what I mean by we'll advocate. We're in the trenches. This is an area that most times something like this will never be at. We had the congresswoman there, right? Shout out to Nicola's baby girl who had these relationships. I mean, we had politicians there. We had lead like entrepreneurs, major entrepreneurs. We had people in the dead end. That's the name. They call it the dead end. I forgot what the man said. He was like, it's called the dead end because like you can't get out but one way. And so you want to get in and out before the break of day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, so we was out of there. We came in, we conquered, we saw, we were able to encourage, and it was a great day. We came in more to assist that city because Houston, again, was a place that we, as America's Big Sister, never been in. Besides our Gold Girls, we've never done that tour there. And so this was a fun time in the conference to learn, to explore, to find out like what's next. But it gave us a little breather to get ready for KC because KC was our finale city. Woo! And KC, I want to say we left with a bang because it was your city. Uh,
Yes.
so let's talk about your city that we ended the conference, or I should say the tour off with.
Yes. So we entered in Kansas City. Definitely went out with a bang. We had the Kansas City Marching Falcons in there with the drums and stuff.
We had the drum beat,
Uh,
the dances. I'm telling you, that thing was live. I don't know what endorphins was being released, but I think the whole time I was like on like a high. I was like, I don't know what this is. This is you know what I mean? Everybody was on point. Yo, go ahead, finish, so I can say my part.
we had a lot of great vendors. We had the Kansas City Fire Department, the Kansas City EMT Department. We had the Boys and Girls Club. We had a few of the military branches there.
Yeah,
Um, we had a few local sponsors as well that help with the food, and of course, this were Panda Express
yeah,
provided the lunches for the participants, the individuals.
we had
We
so many
even had
food. Oh my God. We have Pan Express boxes for days. Take it, everybody. Take it. We send it to the fire department. Take it. Just go for it. I mean, it was so much food there afterwards. But go ahead. I'm almost done. I'm sorry, I keep jumping in.
and forgot what I was about to say. I was gonna give a shout out to somebody, but I forgot.
All
Just
of
that fair.
you shout out all the amazing women that sat on the
Oh yes, all the workshop presenters
all
and the
workshop.
panelists.
Yes.
Yeah, we had 8 panelists.
Wow, that was a
Uh-huh.
huge number because even on the stage, I'm like, how we all gonna be on these? We got to make this happen. So we had 8 panels.
Right,
Each city, we always had entertainment. We always
right.
had singers. We always would have our dance offs. We would always have lunch. I mean, listen, they went off. That's what I remember about Houston. That one little baby that danced though. But back to so KC was pretty dope. I think it was our first city there. Now, out of all the cities, I can say this was the one that I just kind of showed up thanks to you. I just kind of showed up. I was like, okay, thanks to you. And then, of course, we had Ebony. So we had I would say two of the strong ones that was there,
Mhm.
two of our stronger team members who've been a part of a lot of the conversations, been a part of what we've done in the past. So it was pretty dope on oh my gosh, Chandra, I call them both names. Did I shout you out for Miami? Because I know you and Sandals Ultra. I got to shout you out because you was definitely our rock in Miami. So no, back KC was great. My husband was there.
And that's what I was gonna say. I was going to say about the parents workshop. We actually were able to have a parent workshop, and we had male presenters as well.
Yeah,
Um, so like even for sex trafficking, we had a field agent that was a gentleman that presented to the young ladies, and then in our parent workshop we had um, Ed Johnson and I think his cousin. I don't remember his first name, but another Johnson and Johnson and Johnson.
so we had the Johnson men holding it down. We had them holding it down, and we were so excited because they said it was the best. So we did parenting session in each one. That's one thing that we don't promote it, but we asked the parents. We asked for them to be in the building because if you stay in the building, we're going to make sure when our workshop girls are gone, we're sitting here and we're having conversations. So much stuff is being exposed in these rooms. We're trying to give you guys the tools as well to make sure that you're able to do what you need to do moving forward with your girls, right? Because we understand that in this season, it's so much is happening. So bam, we did all 4 cities. Ba, 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 ba. Listen, the final question, because we're over our time. Why do you give back? Why could Khalil McKinley say, I want to put this time in and give back?
Um, it's something that's been near and dear to me because I have a service heart, and so being in Girl Scouts, since I was little, seeing my mom give back through church. She's owns her own daycare, so she pours into the kids and things like that. So it's always been in me to really want to do something where I feel like I'm making a difference in my community. And so that's why I give back. I mean, I love what I do.
That
And I
is.
love being able to help because I have two young daughters myself. And
Can we
so
give it up
like,
for two babies? Tell them, listen, let's give it up for your babies. Tell both, listen, we need to tell them how thankful we are that they handed us over their mothers because their mama had to fly into each city each time and figure it out for them. So each city we was in, you had to figure out where the babies was gonna go, what was gonna happen for the weekend, so they could be available. So I want to say kudos. Listen. While I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna get you, I gotta think about what I'm gonna get them. Listen, because they were all.
well, I took care of them. I took them on a cruise the
Yeah.
week after we got finished. I took them on a cruise into Disney, so they fine.
Yes. Listen, Lil Rel just came on. I don't know if you stayed on Lil Rel, but you better know I am following you real quick. I know we almost done. You better know I'm following you, and I am super, super proud of you. You are super, super dope. Chi-Town for life. You are amazing, sir. So I know you got live coming up. Know that I'm a part of every movement that you make, and so I don't get a chance to see you often, but just know that you are super dope, sir. And I'm still representing Chicago. I am still doing nonprofit work. I am still giving, as long as you know that, because Lil Rel just came on the community. Lil Rel, one of the things with him was he has been a part of me in the beginning when we first started with Ways World Foundation. And we've been going, listen here, I've been going ever since. But okay, all right. So the babies, we're so happy that the babies have given us you for this amount of time. And so moving forward, we are thinking we want to bring back some of the cities. We're definitely going back to Chicago. But this time around, what we're asking is if there is, and there'll be more information out soon about if you're interested in bringing it to your city. Here's some information that you must do, right, in order to bring it. You have to be able to say, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to hold down these departments that Kalia had to hold down, or, you know, of course with a team. Each city we went in, we have to have a team. Right. Each city we went in, you have to have a team. You have to reteach each group, like, here's what's necessary. Here's what you got to do. Each volunteer group, you have to do this. You had to get it done because at the end of the day, when things wasn't going right, who did I look for?
Me or Talitha?
You and Talitha. I said, hold it. So, where's that? Talitha be like, look, we did it. Talitha, normally it's you, then Talitha, because I'm like, so then Talitha, like, well, did you tell her? We did. So it's just been a great opportunity to be able to do this. So in total, we did 1,000 young people with no cost to the young person at all. And so that's been the blessing for us, is that we were able to do this at no cost to them. But again, that's why Foundation and America's Big Sister is here now asking for your support. Love doing that Miami event with y'all. Great vibes. All the DJs, yo, DJ questions there. So you remember all the DJs, because every time we had to go in each city and almost like we needed a certain kind of DJ.
Right.
They had to know the girls' music. I ain't gonna tell you which city we got in and that thing was fumbling, but I'm telling you, we'll be I mean, because they a part of holding it down for us in each city.
Right.
So as Miami was super dope. Yo, KC, he even got involved. Like he even got on the move. He started asking questions in the parent room. Shout out to our KC DJ. KC DJ say, oh, I ain't gonna be in this room and not getting holy. He even rearranged. Listen, DJ KC was super dope too. So a certain people that you would travel with. I think we travel with the bully representative as well, right? Shout out to me girls, Shatina, because we were like, oh, we need you in 2 cities. Some of them that we found was so awesome that we were like, yo, we gotta fly y'all in with us. Kitty came to 2 cities. Kitty was on. She came to 2 cities. Shout out Houston and Chicago. Next time I want her as a vendor or something. So she could be
right.
out.
Kissed by Kitty. We need to be kissed by Kitty.
Yes, we're calling you out, ma'am. For us today, y'all, we have 12:45. We have been on Oh my God. So DJ Quest said in Miami, he drove 2 hours to get to us. Wow. I did not know that. But he
I
said
didn't know that either.
he was all worth it. Yo, that is so awesome. I feel that somebody's life got changed that day. And that's the only thing. When you can walk away and say, listen, we know we made a difference. Most one offs, I tell people, they say, well, what's going to happen? Most people are real confused of what happened when I'm telling you you got a conference ticket for free. And most of them are real confused. But I always tell the women, most women have been in one of these empowerment rooms before because people have done this woman empowerment over. We just did the same concept, but we put the younger people in the room so we can give them an advantage. So we can give them the tools a little early on so they don't walk away as broken women, but they walk away as whole women, being now a part of this same type of movement because now they can help their person and their friends and people around them. So I always tell people, listen, you call it a one-off as if it's not impactful, but we make it impactful. Amen. And here go Kitty gonna say, and it's free. Yes, it is free, no cost to them. So that's it. Khalid, any final words you have to say at all before we
Um,
two fingers?
sure. Before we get to things, thank you for the opportunity and thank you for entrusting in me to take your vision on the road
Yeah.
and do my best to do its justice. And just thank you for even having the vision to have America's Big Sister Foundation because you touch a lot of young ladies' lives. As you said yesterday, now you're going to have some of these young ladies that are going to be on your board and that are going to continue to, thrive in their community because of the work and the leadership and the encouragement that you have poured into them and to the organization. So,
Thank
thank you.
you. Thank you. With that being said, you are amazing. I can't replace you at all. But listen, if I always tell people when you work with someone like a Kalia, you basically be trying to think to yourself, how can I buy her out of whatever else she's doing? But she is a her own. She got her own business, y'all. Listen, OC Divas, that is both in Houston and I'm sorry, is in KC, but we'll be headed to Houston as well. So she got her own business. She got a company that relies on her strongly. She ain't just no sit somewhere doing no. She's in a good big nice role, but she still gave her time, bro. I don't know who's listening, bro. Ladies, listen. That alone, deserves kudos. So I appreciate you. I can't buy you out. I can't take over your contract. I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I can't ask you to be in I can't ask you to do another year in this like this without later on you needing some medication. Like I don't want to do that to you. And you turn this can't
I
tell you
told you whatever. I told you whatever you need. I'm willing to help.
have. You said it, and that's why we got to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. But in the meantime, you have been a blessing. And thank you for your tell moms. I love her. She raised an amazing because mom was hype when I seen her. I was like, yes. But here's the thing, it don't go together because I'm like, you real calm. Mom, like, you know me. I was like, no, who are you? I was like, yo, Kitty say I'm hollering right now. Yeah, because I'm like, what? You way too hype. Leah is not this hype. No, I picture her mom being this lady that would have walked in.
No, baby.
No,
But
mom,
Me-
but
Me-
but she
Memphis,
raised you up,
Memphis.
honey.
She from Memphis.
She from Memphis. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, that's all you gotta say. Don't even say nothing else, honey. That's why. But she raised you up to be amazing, and the fact that you got this inside of you, it is in your DNA. I've been so blessed to get people on this line that have just talked about how it's just in their DNA, and how some people, right when I sit in the space to say, "Man, I wish I had this." Some of y'all are saying, hey, I did have it, which is why I want to give back because I had that. I had these opportunities. And now I'm seeing that the opportunities ain't even there no more. They're not even doing stuff like this no more. And so that's it. I'm for real. I keep on going. We'll love to have y'all in here, Fort Myers, eventually. Okay, DJ Quest, give me just send me one lady that you know that's gonna hold it down, or a male that you know that's gonna hold us down, but put us in conversation with the right people to make sure it's being put together as a team. All you need is a team, DJ Quest. and we can be able to bring it there. All right, y'all. So I love y'all. Thank you so much. You stayed on the whole
Thank you.
time with me. I appreciate it. I love everybody here. I'm gonna remove you real quick. But
Okay.
for those that are staying on, I did not give you guys where to give because some of y'all are asking. You want to be one of my mentors, Cherry. And so we're going to do this. We're going to show you here as a banner that's going to come across to give you your ways of giving. I will be sending some of you guys through text message. If you're getting my text message, some of you guys will also get text message today that will just press a link. So that make it easy for you to donate. But America's Big Sister Foundation ABSF4 is your cash app. Thank you. I want to shout out to those that have been giving because we have been getting some dings on our in the space of hearing the funding coming in. So you guys are hearing it. You guys are listening. You guys are supporting, and I appreciate it. Look for us November the 30th. That will be our finale to be able to let you guys know that we made this 10,000 number. So we got a couple more weeks to get it done. But in the meantime, go to Givelify app. If you got that app, you go to Cash App. If you got that app, however, you go to our website. And that way you can donate that way. But all of the social medias that we're on, you'll be able to go back and even click on the link to donate for sure. But look for us to be just a little bit more intentional the next couple weeks, getting you guys to donate. I think next week we're going to go more towards the evening time because this lunchtime has been great. But now I got to talk to my people that's at work. You want to mentor for my program? Yes. So here we got, here's the opening part for us right now. We're opening more for the opportunities for us to do these conferences, right? So I see that you have this mentor space. Here's the thing about the mentor space. All of the girls that did sign up to be a part of the program, we have the mentors that have said yes to them. Those are still working with them. And we also have a program I want you to go back and look at yesterday program to hear more about that. But right now in 2023, God is calling us to do more of those touring. And we just want to come to them instead of waiting for them. We want to come to them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this touring. And so I do say for women that says, hey, I have something to say, or I have a profession I would love to present or something like that. Those are the volunteer spaces that we have. All right. So Cherry Blossom, thank you so much for just the thought of wanting to get involved. That alone, God sees your heart, and I truly believe he'll bless. So everybody go ahead and give. Again, sow your seed. I'm good ground. We're reaching our numbers. We're pushing. And I think it's going to be great. And for those that, again, have not ever donated before to any organization, this is some people's first time. Just know that this is Giving Tuesday. People all around the world will be giving on Giving Tuesday. This is not just something that I'm doing. This is something that everybody's doing, every nonprofit. So definitely get involved. I wanted to show a quick video, and I am out after the video. But again, Giving Tuesday is our day. This is what we want to know. This is what y'all got to research. Research this Giving Tuesday for sure. Here we go. We got the banners. We got AmericasBigSisters.com. We have a lot of our branding. Here we go. And